Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good day, whatever time it is for you. I hope it's good for you. Peace and cheers, love and harmony, and I'm back. Yeah, I'm back and almost full force, my friends. I took yesterday off, and I appreciate the kind words that some of you threw at me and the patience that you all have being a part of this channel. I try to do it daily, but there are going to be times when life just interferes. And yesterday, it was not life that interfered, it was my health. And yeah, if you don't want to talk about my health, you might as well give me the thumbs up and move along. But I don't want you to, because I'm not going to complain. In fact, I think I learned something yesterday. So stick around though. Ignore the gourd a few minutes ago. He's an idiot. Stick around. I got a couple of kind of interesting little known facts at the end. And there's a whole bunch of little facts that I'm going to be sharing here. And remember, after this video goes up, I am starting the video for tomorrow's live show. So keep an eye out for it. Keep an eye out on my community channel, because my posts always give you updates as to what's going on and a link to tomorrow's video. Tomorrow, I am going to be discussing Canada's stupid new gun laws. Yeah, you just got a kind of foreshadowing of how I feel. Peace. But I'm not going to spoil it any more than that. I want to say I missed yesterday because of a couple of reasons. I woke up with, once again, 6 weeks of a headache. I woke up feeling horrible. And the pain in my head was just throbbing. Frontal cortex, behind the eyes, in through the nasal, and at the base of the neck. And I was starting to get really scared. I will admit, folks, now that I know it very likely isn't so bad, now that I feel that, I can share that I was really scared that something was going on wrong up here. But, and also, I had Pasha. He had a morning meeting with his school. He had homework that I helped him with. Oh, I love that. I had 6 days of my son after 6 weeks without, and we certainly made up for it. In fact, he said, "Dad, can't I just stay here a little longer?" And I said, you gotta get back home. You gotta get back to your schoolwork with your mama, and I need a little bit of time for this recovery to happen, because I also had a doctor's appointment yesterday morning, and it was a good one. I love my doctor. Shout out Dr. Peacock. I thought my previous doctor of 12 years, he retired a couple of years ago, of 12 years, was the best doctor I'd ever met. She's right up there with them. And I told her, I had a good cry, because I told her I can't get rid of this headache. The jaw pain is almost gone. The nose is clear, the ears cleared up a bit. The nose is terrible. But my nose has been bad for years. And it started 2.5, 3 years ago. And now, because of other things that I was doing, I was starting to get constipated, and therefore a back issue, and everything just kept building, and I didn't want my young boy to see me going through that. So basically, I said, "Pasha, you gotta go home, because I need time to look after my health and be better for you." So then, in talking to the doctor, I told her, I said, if we had this meeting on Monday instead of Wednesday, I would have told you the jaw pain is gone, but there's something wrong with my neck. And so we explained that. I won't go through the whole conversation, but we explained it and talked about it. And I said, but for the last 2 days, the headache has been even worse. And although my ears seem to clear sometimes throughout the day, my sinuses are just really bad. And then she says, well, how do you sleep? I said, on my back, thank you. No, I said, not well, but I have never slept well. She says, well, explain it. And I says, okay, well, I go to bed usually about 10 o'clock, 10:30. Usually half an hour in bed, and the pains in my legs are too much, so I get up and have a bath, hot bath. Then I get back and I lie down and I fall asleep because the pain in the legs has been dulled for a little while. And she says, okay, how long do you sleep for? I said, 45 minutes or an hour. That's it. Yeah, 45 minutes, an hour. Sometimes the first sleep, I might sleep an hour and a half. But then after that, I'm up every 45 minutes to an hour. And yeah, bathroom breaks. I says, I don't have a small bladder. It isn't because of that. I get up, I've got to move around. If I move around, I'm going to have to pee. And also, I have found that the headache is much less if I drink a lot of water. So I've been drinking it a lot during the night too. She says, is this the way your sleep has always been? No. I used to sleep 2, maybe 3 hour chunks, but lately it's only 45 minutes, an hour maximum. And I sleep in the afternoon, and she says, how's that going? And I says, I used to sleep from 2 to 4. Now I lay down from 2 to 4, and I sleep again, half an hour, 45 minutes, and then I'm up, lying there trying to find a way to sleep. That was the thing she needed. She told me, she says, I'm serious. Your circadian rhythm is out. It's out of whack. Our bodies have a method in which they know when it's time to sleep, when it's time to wake. And because of all this issues and all this pain you're dealing with, you have trained your body that sleep is that 15, 30 minutes, half an hour, 45, you know? She says, I know you don't like pills. I know that you have told us no to so many medications, but it's time for you to listen. I think you need, what was it? Clonazepam. So I told her, I says, you know what? I'm at my wit's end. I feel like I'm falling apart. So yeah, I'll take a sleeping pill. I don't like them. I'm afraid of addiction. She said, well, clonazepam is a perfect thing to put your body back into circadian rhythm. I'm only giving you 7 days of pills. You're only to take them for 7 days. In 7 days, you do not get addicted to this medicine. And in 7 days, we should be able to fix your rhythm. And during that time, you're going to get more sleep and start feeling healthier. You can't even fix your nasal passages if you aren't sleeping, if your body hasn't got that time to increase the white blood cell count and go around and fix the problems the day has caused. But that wasn't it. That wasn't the only thing. Then she said, I also want to give you a steroid for your nose. And I said, well, I tried that about 2 years ago when this first started. And she says, did it help? And I said, yeah, it helped, but just a little bit. And so we discontinued it. We used it for quite a while. And she looked back and she says, yeah, that was a nasal spray. I'm getting you Pulmicort, but in a nebulizer type method in which I want you to use a neti pot. Now, for those of you who have never used a neti pot, I use it regularly just with saline. It helps keep the nose running. And it's basically kind of a little teapot, and you put saline in it, and you pour it in one nostril, and it comes out the other. And then you do the other side. And it just cleans out the nostrils really, really well. And it's not as uncomfortable as you might think it might be. And she said this Pulmicort, it's a steroid. It's a steroid used for asthma. And my daughter had Pulmicort when she was young, and it saved her life. And she says, by pouring it through your nose, it's getting to where it needs to be, and it opens up airways, and it strengthens the cellular network around them, and it gives you the ability to breathe better. And so I said, okay, fire it at me. So that was a long story to tell you what happened yesterday morning. By yesterday afternoon, the medicine came, and excuse me, and I did the nasal thing immediately. Well, early afternoon, before supper anyway. And typical, it's a steroid. I got shaky, I got nervous, I had a difficult time, but you know what? I started breathing. And the headache started to dissipate a little. And the feeling, even though the shakiness and all that, I haven't taken mine this morning, and I'm going to have to, and I'm going to get those shakes again. But sometimes you got to go through a little bit of side effects to get what is required for your health. Now, and sorry, last night I took the clonazepam just before bed, and I never had any bath. I went to bed at 10 o'clock. Before 10:30, I was asleep, and I know I woke up two or three times only. I usually wake up 6, 7 times, and I don't remember the waking up. And this is my first morning without a headache in easily 6 weeks. My first day where my head is clear. And I was worried about waking up all groggy under that clonazepam. And no, I woke up about an hour ago feeling fairly well for this old guy. So I'm going to stick to this 1 week of medicine and see how it works, and see if I can pull myself out of this. And maybe it was just, she called it an acute chronic sinusitis, and she said that definitely could irritate that last tooth, and definitely last night, zero pain here. Now, there are side effects. I have a bit of a sore tummy now, and I have diarrhea now, and those too shall pass. Diarrhea shall pass. Those two shall pass. I'm going to stick to this medicine because it keeps me talking to all of you all. It keeps me healthier for my son and my sons. Just really, really nice. So, went a long time, but you all deserve a good explanation as to why I wasn't here yesterday. And thank you for being here now, because now it's time for little known facts. Look at this guy right here. That is U.S. Park Ranger Roy C. Sullivan. He holds the record for being struck by lightning the most times, having been struck and surviving 7 times between 42 and 77, 1942 and 1977. After the 7th time, he fought off a bear with a stick from a tree, and that was his 22nd time fighting a bear. There's a man. Except he died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound in 1983. I didn't want to research why he would go and leave the world that way. But if you've been struck by the lightning that many times, I don't know. And speaking of manly men, I should play Monty Python skit there. But speaking of manly men, Lieutenant Colonel Mad Jack Churchill, yeah, was the only British soldier in World War II known to have killed an enemy with a longbow. Yes, Mad Jack insisted on going into battle with both a medieval bow, and if you look at this picture, you can see his claymore sword in hand as he storms the beach. Tough, tough men. Friends, peace and cheers, love and harmony. Thank you so much, and remember, I'm going live tomorrow. Peace.